All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio, right here on Opera. And today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento. Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now today, I've got a gentleman in here. We met at the Elk Grove event last month, which ironically, isn't that event coming up this Thursday?
I think so.
I think it is. Are you going?
Yeah. I am actually going to be out of town. I'm in Monterey this weekend.
What are you doing in Monterey?
So work has a regional meeting. We're going to go play some golf and.
Where at?
Del Monte.
Oh, that's a good one. Del Monte does the Concorso Italiano every year for Ferrari Car Week or Monterey Car Week. And so Concorso Italiano is where I started my entire Monterey Car Week journey 20 years ago. And is it Del Monte? I think it's the country club there or golf links or something.
Golf. Yeah. This was my first time there.
Yeah. Beautiful course. When you're right in the middle of the green, you look in the distance and you can see the ocean. It's freaking gorgeous. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. So we're Monterey Car Week. We're going to be having lunch at the Pebble Beach Golf Course if you've ever been. World famous.
I have been there for brunch.
Yeah. So at the restaurant there, yes, that's where we're going. Damn good food, dude.
Beautiful view,
dude. Yeah, incredible. Yeah. All right, so Cliff Shoe, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna write this just so I pronounce that right. Cliff Shoe, and you're with Edward Jones,
right?
Okay,
yes.
so
yes,
who is Cliff Shoe?
I'm a financial advisor. I only been with Edward Jones for about 2 years.
Okay.
And started off in banking about 10 years back. Investing just really took over, and really I love making money grow. And I thought, why not help other people make their money
do the same thing? Yeah. And so when you were in banking, were you a teller?
I was a licensed banker, so I see a lot of cash come in and out.
Okay.
I had my Series 7. So I would work with the financial advisors and refer clients that were looking for more returns on their cash.
Wonderful. And so you went over to Edward Jones. Now, did you come to Edward Jones when you moved up here? Because I see 510.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're from the Bay somewhere.
Yeah. So I grew up in Fremont. I went to school at Cal State East Bay.
Okay. Where'd you go to high school?
Irvington.
In Fremont?
In Fremont High School. In Fremont.
So I spent my elementary school years in Hayward.
Hayward, yeah, that's where Cal State East Bay is. I'm very familiar with the area.
Yeah. I went to. Are you familiar with any of the schools out there?
The high schools.
The high schools now. Yeah. I went to Tyrell Elementary and then Southgate Elementary.
What's the exit?
Southgate is Tyrell is off of Tennyson.
Okay.
And Southgate is literally next door to the Shasta soda plant, if that's even there.
On the other side, closer to the coast, on the west side.
I honestly was young. I was a kid. I was elementary school.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm familiar with Tennyson because I lived there during college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to get off at Tennyson where the KFC is there on the corner.
Yep.
Turn left, and we were on Schaefer, and next one street over from Schaefer was Tyrell, and that's where I went to spend a lot of my elementary school.
Yeah.
In the not so great part.
That's
so good over there.
I don't know if it's gotten much better.
I went back there maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Just kind of drove through my neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
It was worse than I remember.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. The school looked like said they just let it go. Like the grass was like a mile high. And
yeah. Hayward, I think is going to take time for it to get better.
I do know that I've always been a hi-fi guy. I'm an audio guy, and I had some Macintosh audio stuff that I sold. If you're familiar with Macintosh audio, and so I sold it to a guy out of Hayward, and I know that that area, but on the other side of Mission is a much better area. And there are a lot of hi-fi collectors out there.
On the hills, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the school, Cal State East Bay, was on the hills, and behind the school was a lot of these
Yeah, he owned a car dealership or something, and I just took everything to his car dealership. And really nice guy. Really nice guy.
Yeah, I still have a lot of memories of Hayward. Hayward Hills is actually, it's always been pretty nice.
Is the bowl still there? The bowling alley, Hayward Bowl or whatever it's called, Hollywood Bowl.
I don't think so. I think it's closed now.
Yeah,
a lot of things are no longer there.
So, in the financial game, what exactly are you doing? I mean, you're doing. Are you doing annuities? Are you doing life insurance, or is it way more structured than that?
Yeah, I touch up on all of those things. We start off with the financial planning, right? Everybody has to kind of have structure around their financial life, right? We want to know. We want to know if a client has not just has cash, but we want to know if they have a plan for their cash.
Well, yeah. What do they want to do?
Yeah.
What do they want to accomplish? Do they want to retire up or retire down?
So we start with goals, right?
Yeah.
Like we formulate goals.
How big of a family
strategy
do they want to have? That's a big one. What do they want to do? Do they want to leave everything to their family? Do they not want to have a family? My wife and I, we sat down early in our relationship. We both said we don't want kids. What do you want? Don't want kids.
Yeah.
So we both drove Porsches everywhere for a while.
That's a good goal, right?
Now we drive a Buick because we came to our senses. But yeah.
And that's kind of the main thing is a lot of clients come in and not know what to do with the cash, but first thing that they have to think about is, what is my goal? What do I want? What do I want out of this? Right? Money is just money without a destination, without a goal.
Yes.
It's it could be just a pile of cash. It doesn't really mean anything. It's paper. So we attach the money to something that you want, something that you're reaching for.
How much does one need to invest? I mean, and I ask this because my music career, the music industry's gone really bad, dude. It's not like it used to be. I mean, all the big rappers are all actors now because the money's in film. It's not in music anymore.
Yeah.
And so, I've actually unpublished a lot of my early music just because it just sat there and it didn't do anything.
Wow.
But is there a way to invest? I mean, some of this stuff is making, a couple dollars a month, like nothing. Is there a way to do anything with that so it actually generates something, or is it just kind of pissing in the wind?
Yeah.
Just kind of like...
I mean, for personally, for me to work with somebody, some firms have minimums. I personally don't have a minimum. I try to help everybody, because of my upbringing.
$2 or $3 a month makes 0 sense. But is there a way to compound that? Meaning, if I came in with, 10 grand and said, okay, hey, I'm going to give you 10 grand. Now I'm going to have this little trickle of $2 or $3 a month going in there.
Oh, you mean,
you see what I'm saying? And then you can just kind of let it grow from there. Is that even possible?
Yeah, actually, very, very possible. It's, a lot of people actually do that already. If you work for a company, they actually have what's called a 401k plan.
Okay.
And people dollar cost average. So every paycheck, a little pieces come out of your paycheck, pre-tax, going into that.
I have IRAs for all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're a business owner,
Yeah.
so you'd have to do that on your own. You can also do it just like a systematically. It's called the dollar cost average in, right? Your whatever your annual maximum will be, you would do, break that up into 12 months, or you could break that up into weekly.
That's actually a really good idea, and we'll talk about that. Are we still in compliance?
Getting a little close.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If we need to cut that, we'll cut that. Apart from that, why are you so passionate about this?
Yeah. I wasn't born in this country. I was born in China, and growing up.
How long have you been here?
I've been here over 30 years. I came when I was very young.
This is what I love about Sacramento. My God, I just love Sacramento. Honestly, I am in love with this area. I love the culture. I love the landscape. I love the history. But what I love about this is, one of our members is from Nigeria. Okay, my wife is from Uzbekistan. I'm from England. You're from China. We're talking about 4 people just in my inner circle, just right now, before I even get into everybody else, that are from other parts of the world, and we're all sitting here right now together in the Sacramento region. You see what I'm saying? I just love this.
Yeah, and everybody's welcomed. Everybody's accepted.
Yeah, it's just incredible. What brought you over?
So my parents, my mom was a doctor. She, and she came over in the early 90s to do research. And then, you know, obviously during that time, China's communist country, and everybody struggled regardless of what profession you were. She came in, saw a better life here, decided to stay here. And a few years later, I came.
Met your father or came over with your father?
They went to separate parts. She came to California, he went to Chicago.
Okay.
He decided to go back. Well, she thought there was a better future here, so they split. For the, you know, better future for me, that I came to the U.S.
Now, do you have a relationship with your father?
Not a very good relationship.
Yeah. Same with my father. I don't know what it is about parents that don't want to have relationships with their kids. It's a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah.
A crazy thing to think about.
And then I think for me, it's more just the lack of
wanting to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Relationship with your mom?
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I talk to my mom every day. My wife's family is the only family I really know. It's the only family that I have. And mom is mama. You know, my wife's parents are the best parents I've ever had in my life, and my brothers and sisters through my wife's family are just amazing. Aunts and uncles. Yeah.
Same here.
The only family I've got. It's incredible.
Here. My wife's family took me in, like very accepting.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah. Types of clients. What are you looking for? You know, you're going to these networking events. What are you trying to find? Money, right?
Put it like that.
In various senses.
Clients that just need help, right? Like, if the better that they're more structured or they have a little bit more wealth, then they need to help with organizing some thoughts and putting things together that I can help them. But
goals too. You're talking with entrepreneurs. You're talking with people that are just trying to get their feet wet, and so you could help structure their life. Really. Yeah. I mean, everything moving forward.
Yeah, one of the things that we as financial advisors really have to do is find out what people's goals are, and then it's not just by asking you what you want to do and what would you like to do. Is really asking deep questions, and sitting here talking more than normal is in my job I'm listening all the time, right, and then just asking questions more like an interviewer.
Very, very interesting. You're an interesting guy, dude. You're a really interesting guy. You're very passive, and it's a wonderful thing. It's especially in your space, that's going to take you really, really far. When we met at the event, you and I, we could sit there for hours, and we were talking watches, the Audemars Piguet, and all these different things. And so, no, just very, very interesting guy. Now, I do want to touch on a couple things. So, are you a watch guy? Are you a watch collector?
In my younger days, when I couldn't afford anything, I really loved watches. Now, kind of like you said, I just have a little bit more sense. Spend money into the right things.
Yes. Yeah. I remember my first Tag Heuer I bought in Beverly Hills at Watch West Time. Yeah. West Time on Rodeo Drive, and it's a whole experience. They wine and dine you, and they sit you down in the lounge, and they find your watch, and then they go somewhere to get it, and then they bring it back. So you're sitting there for like 2 or 3 hours, and they take care of you, and then it's nuts.
I have a tag.
Different experience.
I have a tag too, but my experience was nowhere near.
What do you have?
Gosh, I can't.
Formula One or Aqua Racer. It's not the Monaco.
I'll have to pull up a picture and show it to you later.
I always wanted the SLR, the Mercedes-Benz McLaren SLR one. Yeah. Oh, dude, that watch was so sick.
Are they the ones with the Carrera too?
They have the Carrera. Yeah, Carreras are more higher end. You're going to spend about $6,000 or $7,000 on a Carrera. I was only able to ever afford Formula Ones. They're like $2,000.
I think mine's probably a Formula One then.
And then they have the automatics, which are like $500 or $600 more than the courts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I've had some. I had a Ulysse Nardin. I had a Bell and Ross was one of my favorites. I had some Alpinas. I've had probably, God, at least 30 Bolivas.
Wow.
I just get bored. I get bored.
Yeah,
of them.
you have one wrist to wear them.
I have if you looked at my watch collection now, you'd be like, oh my God, dude, you have some crappy watches. But they're some of my favorite watches I've ever had in my life. And I have a Pagani design that I'm wearing right now. It's a $100 GMT. And then I have the one I had when I met you, that little $38 Amazon special. It's a, what is it, like a Louis Julian or something or another $38. And then I just bought a Thomas Earnshaw, which I'm really in love with their product. They're really, really neat product. Super affordable, actually. I'll pull up a picture of the one I just got.
How do you keep them all the batteries?
Most of everything is automatic, and so you don't have to deal with all that. That's the one I just got.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's clear?
Yeah, well, the whole side is glass. The front's glass, the back is glass, and then it has the bridge. And so the bottom, you'll see it wind. And so it's a winding. And so, you're winding it under
daily
tension. Well, you only wear it, here and there.
I see.
Yeah. And so, it's like essentially it's like a grandfather clock on your wrist in a sense. It's really, really neat. And so, I want a piece that really speaks to me. I don't want to just wear a watch to wear a watch.
For sure. Yeah.
I could never do the Apple thing. I just, as much as being an Apple guy that I am, I'm a total Apple guy. I can never do the Apple Watch.
I think it's just it tells you
everything,
your heart rate. It tells you like how many steps you walk. Keeps you accountable.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm at that stage in life where I stand up too fast and I get dizzy and lightheaded, and I go, "All right, am I dying?" Nope, not yet. Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting there.
Are you a car guy too?
I like cars.
Have you done any? Have you bought any of your dream cars?
No, I really like BMWs.
Okay.
Before I'd had maybe 6 or 7 BMWs.
Okay, so you've done that. Okay.
Used to work on them. I actually like the older ones. Nothing really new. Like the E30s, the E36s. Those. Anything that I actually can open up the hood and know what's going on under. Those are the types that I like to.
I did the Porsches, and then I had 8 Mercedes Benzes, and I had a couple BMWs. I had a 650 for a while, and then I had a couple of other just here's and there's. I had a Mustang Bullet and some Harleys and just some just fun stuff, and then. I recently bought the new Buick, the one that was in the Super Bowl commercial that everyone was like, it was like the most controversial thing ever. And I went and bought one, and I freaking love it. It's a little 3-cylinder, and it's phenomenal. I just took it in for my latest service at the dealership. It was $112 for the entire service.
Wow.
I just love it, bro.
Yeah, my oil change is nice. I have a Foreigner. I just like the looks of it, like that.
What year?
23.
Okay, so the newer ones,
Yeah, not the newest model. Or
but
the body.
the resale value is insanely high.
Yeah,
I mean,
you see where the as you get older, those type of things
Yes.
come. you look at reliability.
Change.
Reliabilities goes from BMWs to Toyotas.
No, seriously, this little Buick. I'm just like, I don't know why I didn't do this a long time ago. Ego. Ego, and you think that certain things will make or break a man, and now I'm at the stage in life where I'm like, I need to start investing in better shoes. That's the stage that I'm at in life now, because my feet hurt all the time. Where it's just funny, as we get older, our priorities and everything changes. And that's where somebody like you comes in. Because people need to be talking in their 20s and 30s about investing for their future, not waiting until they're my age to start doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
How old are you?
41.
Okay, so you're just
up
about
there.
where I'm at. Yeah, 80, 83, 84?
85.
85.
Yeah.
So you just had your birthday then?
April.
Yeah, good for you, dude. Yeah. Awesome. Hey, I want to thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Be a part of what we're doing. You've got a great energy. I think that you would do really, really well with everybody here. Cliff Shoe, 510-676-2110, 510-676-2110, Edward Jones. Is there a website address we want to add on here, or just send them to Edward Jones?
Just edwardjones.com and then cliff-xu.
Just go to Google and type in cliff.xu.
You'll find me. Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn.
Hey, again, thank you so much, man. Yeah. And I want to thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.